Hi there, sign of Aries. This is Kim, here to do your next 3-day messages. Hope you're doing good out there. Let me know where you're watching from, how you're feeling. Interact a little if you feel like it. So, okay, so we're going to open up to your spirit guides and your angels for these messages. They are always for your Most High. And we're going to take a couple from the oracle decks first and then get into your 3-day individual energies. Let's give it another good shuffle here. Okay, Krans Wild Unknown archetype deck and her alchemy deck. What do you need Aries to know, or what would you like Aries to know, Spirit? In a bit, the temple. This is about you, your body. It's about your body. This might be about a significant prayer. Whoa. Apocalypse box. Okay. All right. The box, the temple, and apocalypse. Whoa. Okay, so I think that this message is about the energies shifting inside of you. I think it is about the releasing of darkness or energies that have been maybe blocking some chakra centers or any kind of causing any kind of discomfort. I feel like that could be moving out. So this can be talking about ascension symptoms kind of coming to the surface, things to be purged, energies to be purged. The box is a card that we usually see when there's something that is begging to be let out of the box, or begging for you to do something a little bit different than. I just see this as like belief systems all built and keeping us in place here. And this is different. This energy is different. You could be clearing energy for the for Gaia right now at this time too. With apocalypse, like that's when the veil is thinning and the darkness is seen. And this is about dispelling that, though. Seen in order to dispel it. And you have something to say. I like the sublimation because, so your body is changing, your temple is changing. Things are getting better, different, but it's also begging us to look for a way outside of the box. The oil of vitriol card is saying that you have something to say and not to repress it or push it down. Peacock's tail. Because you are a big picture thinker, something could have made you upset and it, like you feel like you have to say something about it. And that card is kind of like encouraging you to express yourself. So expressing yourself, even the colors kind of match what's going on in the temple. Sublimation, one of my favorite cards in that deck because it's about transcendence and taking flight. Transcending earthly concerns or problems. Maybe even transcending these energies that we're here purging, perhaps. Let's see a little bit, let's see how this relates to the tarot and the 108 oracle. Could be that you have something to say about being put in a box, about some sort of control. Whoa. Judgment. Extra card. We'll put it right here. Like you calling judgment. Waking up enlightenment. Maybe a new path here also. Knight of Cups is an unexpected offer from somewhere, or something being proposed to you that we didn't see coming in. I saw this one. This one's very important for you because I noticed it as I was shuffling the crack shot card. So it says, Miss Annie Oakley, competent, superior, precise, expert, sharp tongue, witty, clear cut, dead on, intense, target, accurate, skilled, and first class. Change. Knight of Swords, Five of Cups, family, and the optical illusion card. Interesting combination. Okay, so the Five of Cups is kind of a bigger card, actually. You can't really fit the Five of Cups in a box, actually, because it can mean so many things. It can actually mean that we are trying to like drown out our sorrows in some sort of way, whether we're mourning the death of somebody. That can be it. Somebody that was from your family, and if that's so, like, my condolences there with that feeling, because I've definitely had it. It can be talking about disappointments, sadness, and regrets. Ultimately, though, it's paired with the Knight of Swords, which is talking about bringing in change that's swift, it's fast, it's our own focus here. So we'll get clarification here, but the family says loyalty, faithful, allegiance, parents, children, siblings, fidelity, commitment, trust, affection, support system, tribe. But I'm really thinking that the box, the Five of Cups, and the family and the optical illusion go together as some sort of belief system or programming, like, that was actually an illusion. That was actually more about control than it was real. So, because here's the optical illusion. I see all of these being connected, and the Knight of Swords moving, you being determined to change it. Okay, so not all is what it seems. We have different things can go on in families, you know. I used to think about that a lot, about, well, when I was younger, about having this. I was never comfortable with having this outside appearance that was always put together. Family car, everything looking right, and then coming home and there'd be, you know, like arguing or a lot of coping mechanisms that were probably not the best. Again, it's getting a little deep, me even sharing that, but I knew that it was an optical illusion back then. Like, I knew that that this stuff also happens a lot, where it's better to fit inside the box, it's better to look a certain way, but it wasn't real. And then you have children, and it will manifest a whole host of different problems from that energy. So something could happen like that with you. Maybe something like that happened. Tell me more. God is here. God is here. We have the Hierophant and we have justice. That's truth. That's real truth. That's ma'at. That is actual balance and truth in your life is what it's representing. And it's representing that some sort of divine partnership or collaboration is coming. And I believe that it's part of this change. Sometimes this can be associated with like traditions and the way that things have, you know, institutions and things like that. But on this Hierophant, it just makes me think a little differently, because he's got this cup and it's definitely being filled up by spirit, right? Or by the Most High, right? So there's some type of truth that's coming out about this, about the box, and about what you are going to be lined up with it coming, what you're going to be transcending, which is those issues. Ooh, thunder. So I say that. 2 of Pentacles for your day 2, and your 8 of Swords. The Yarn card. The Inventor card. So it's nice that we have both here. We have the Crack Shot and we have the Inventor card, because this is indicating that you have a really solid mind. You can come up with things, and it's kind of like ingenious ideas. There's going to be some sort of major change made here with this 2 of Pentacles. It's an important decision. The 8 of Swords is the mind feeling like it can't escape something, or feeling like it lacks freedom in some way. And that's why this decision is coming about. And they're definitely saying that something might look complicated here, or it may have been complicated to figure out something. Also, you could have been dealing with people that had made up stories here, right? But when you get the yarn unraveled here, it says that future gains are likely. So this is kind of being stuck in our head, or obsessing over something, worrying about something, and it has to do with our freedom and how we feel about that. So I have to clarifying these, though, are excellent cards: the 3 of Cups and the Magician. So also you have 333. These are significant relationships. This 3 of Cups. They're important relationships. They're made to come together for some type of purpose of change and what you're manifesting. The Magician represents really the spirit, the 5th element, that's able to use all of the other elements in order to manifest and create. And so what you're creating is good friendships, partnerships, that are also linked with joy and abundance and celebration. So I think if you are in that 8 of Swords, you won't be there for long. Well, tell me more about this decision. False person in the reverse. Seeing yourself for who you truly are. The Magician, the divine creator. And the rich gentleman, or the wealthy gentleman. Might be talking about masculine energy, so it could be a man or a woman, but somebody that is really good with their finances, with their wealth, like they've made good decisions and they have a lot of wealth. Somebody could be maybe even revealing who they are, if that false person is a secret admirer, or revealing who they are to you. Let me, oh, nice. Okay, so you have the Clover card, which is good luck, good fortune. Dog card on the bottom, which is talking about somebody who's really faithful. So the decision. More on the decision. the change. Chariot card. It's for action, for movement, maybe even travel. It's a victory card. It's also a card of like self-awareness. Yeah, because there's something here that you've been maybe waiting for a while with the Hangman in the reverse, and now it's time for you to see yourself as that divine being, the magician, the creator. 2 magicians, and the Wheel of Fortune. It gets good. All right. It gets good here, Aries. It gets good. Person of Air and the Black Widow. Oh, goodness. Okay, Aquarius energy is standing out to me here. Of course, we have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but 3-3-3-3. This can be talking about you, though, this person of air, as being the great mentalist. Somebody who's very sharp and they know a lot. Okay, I mean, you're the inventor and the crack shot. So you're very sharp. I think there's a warning here of a Black Widow energy, of somebody that that you're going to see right through. So what are you seeing right through? A toxic situation and some sort of web of control. Almost like the energy of somebody that's wanting to trap Aries in a box. And well, that's not going to work for an Aries at all. You will just step into the magician archetype if that happens. And you will open yourself up to fate and destiny with the Wheel of Fortune and let the wheel spin. But I do not see an Aries getting stuck in some sort of web of control. But this and this optical illusion, they're both Aquarius energy. Why are they both? Tell me more about this. The Sun. The 7 of Swords. Yep. So the 7 of Swords is like this optical illusion card. It even represents Aquarius energy here, but there's just there's something here that was either hidden. This is something you already know about, though, because it's connected here. There's something that you already know about, and now the time to plan a strategy is here. The Sun, I feel like, is the energy that lit up, or that gave you the information that you need to know like if something weird was going on here, or something was maybe even trying to interfere with your destiny. It's not going to be able to. It won't be able to. So now the strategy of the magician, and you're finding the pathway out of despair, out of loneliness, out of hardship, into great fortune. And maybe even like marriage here, maybe even an actual real, no illusions, commitment here. Something that's being guided, like I started off saying, something being guided by like the Most High. Because your truth is meant to be in this great fortune energy, is meant to be on the path that's lit up by the sun, you know. So there has been, I feel like that's interfering energy. So I have you in your Queen of Cups. That's good. That's good, because that's a lot of love for yourself, and a lot of love for just a loving person. Somebody that's very easy to talk to, compassionate, kind. So that marriage card, I feel like it can go either way here, with this high level commitment coming in with an unexpected offer here. Might want to invest or help you with something, help you manifest something. Oh, you have 2 of them. you're good. Look, I'm really getting it. Somebody's going to be so sad because I feel like this is somebody else. I don't feel like this is you unless it's talking about you coming out of despair. But because I have two of these, 32, 32, and he's holding his head, right? He's almost like in shame. He or she, because of trying to get you stuck in a web, trapped in a web, and having a very low vibration or insidious tone. And they're going to witness you getting an extremely large amount of luck, money, and they're going to witness you moving on towards the right person. I feel like marriage, relationships, partnerships. And that pathway, they're telling me, like, is just for Aries. It is not for this person to go with. Let's see what else. This is interesting. Let's see what else. Tell me more about the pathway for Aries, please. Wow. The Lovers and the Ace of Wands. So something has already been like forming here. We have like a baby and gestation in the womb. So something has been forming in the spirit realm, because this card normally represents, and it still does, a brand new passionate beginning for you. That's the pathway. It's passionate, it's love, and it's honest. Like, it's honest. There's something here about that. And this even looks like another wheel here, but it's the Lover's energy. So it is a significant soulmate coming in to help you out with this path, and to maybe be on that path with you in whatever regards it means. Tell me more about this person here, Spirit. Tell me more about this person. The Hierophant and Justice. Oh my goodness, now you really have it. Now you really have it. You have the Divine Feminine energy and the Divine Masculine from that deck of the wealthy individuals. The prosperous, wealthy, doing good, but they're also like, these people are powerful, looked up to. Get ready to receive, man or woman. You can be in either of these roles, but it looks like a blend of the right masculine, feminine energy. So the right push, the right pull here to achieve something, and it's coming to you. And so this is divine counterparts, but they're also wealthy, lucky, divine counterparts. And of course, somebody's going to be in despair because of that then. Oh, well, they shouldn't have put you in whatever position this was here in the past that you had to go through. This optical illusion, this Black Widow energy, trying to stop you from your path, all that crap. Like, so you could say that their karma is to watch you. You're going to avenge with your success and with your partnerships. That is how you'll have a vengeance. Okay. 12, you are a visionary, so maintain that vision at this time. It is precious. Ooh, and lucky, talk about lucky. The Clover and 777. You may be saying the numbers 777, 000. So, ooh, 000, you are one with the Creator, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on earth. I'm a creator. 777, your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is part of your purpose. A state of peace and calmness in your soul. I am in the flow. So that's what I have for you, Aries. I'm sending you love and light. Thanks for joining me. I do have private readings if you need one. The information's in the description box below, and they take about 48 hours to get back to you. So until next time, bye.